Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. We are back for part 11 of our Mario Kart Wii playthrough. We just had a horrible incident go down in the final seconds of Wario's gold mine. Cost us not only first place every race, 60 points, but probably the 1-star rank as well. Of course, snowdrifts, I don't know, seem to go in a disproportionate amount of those too. Anyway, we're back here. Part 11 will actually be the 100cc Star Cup with Waluigi. So go ahead, close that. And I say that, I noticed when I ended that last recording with Wario's Gold Mine that my commentary track was like 1938 and the recording was 1933. So there were two times I kind of thought I heard an audio lag. I guess I did, so hopefully it won't be too bad. There's really not much you can do about it. With that said, I guess I could re-record it maybe as a star rank if it's off really bad. That at least justify it, I guess. But, anyway, we go back with our favorite evil plumber, I suppose. Guess you'd dub him that way. And that's actually my favorite line he's got, the I'm gonna win. But like I said, just kind of trying to keep it real simple, standard, no drift, just kind of what most people would do. Of course, now we're going to go over here to the Star Cup, which Daisy Circuit, Koopa Cape, Maple Treeway, and Grumble Volcano. Again, really like Koopa Cape and Maple Treeway. Both reappeared on Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. That's like I said, there's only so much you can say about the tracks when you've previously commented on them in a 20-minute run through in a 50cc cart. But there's our Luigi and Daisy dancing in the fountain statues. Like I said, it's a really cool look to this level. It's just I'm not a big Daisy fan. So. Oh, I like Koopa Troop. I ordinarily wouldn't do that. I think that was Peach, not Baby Peach, so we totally passed that. We're in last place. I'm going to kind of hang back here so we can't do like a bullet bill or something different. Sweet. This game is very predictable, by the way. Looks like DK was in first. We'll see if that holds up when we finish out. But that little shortcut we took us from 12th to 10th, and then even without the bullet, we really would have just been back like 3rd or 4th with really no trouble. So, I do like the music here too, which I'm sure I mentioned that in the 50cc run through. So, kind of have to bear with me. There's, like I said, not a whole heck of a lot you can. It's just short of repeating everything. My thoughts don't really change on the courses or sounds or sights. But the cool thing here, literally every time you play, it's going to be different. It might be Baby Daisy that annoys you one time, and then Baby Peach. Next time, it could be Wario. So. Always variety here, and this has been pretty quiet thus far. Leads me to believe that we will be seeing a lot of items this time around. I think that's my own banana peel. Pretty sure that no one can take that shortcut now without hitting at least one banana peel, so we've got that going for us. Looking at the map, we were light years ahead of everybody. So. Short of, the spiny shell, a red shell, lightning, the power block, another spiny shell, which happens all the time. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Kind of like his little celebration there when he stands up. At 5 seconds on Diddy Kong, here's Baby Peach. Bowser's up pretty high. Ironically, Donkey Kong last place. Anyway, we'll go ahead and advance now to Koopa Cape. See how we stack up against Koopa Troopa here. I don't want to sound too bitter about doing this. It's something that I've wanted to do forever. Like I said, when I first, almost a year ago, I got this computer, was able to start recording. So actually what I intended to do very first was Mario Kart Wii. Just, it was like that winter is when the internet connection started kind of going sour on me. And, I mean, I was literally playing it every night online. And of course, a lot changes. Let me do that little... Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that was a waste of a shell. I thought I would just home in on the Goomba for me and I'd pick up a mushroom and get a big lead, but tonight we learned something. I know I've done it before. I mean, I think I even did it in the 50cc playthrough. Whatever. If you're ever way behind, you can, I guess, just get closer to a Goomba than throw a shell at it, and you can actually get the mushroom and kind of use that as a speed boost or something. And again, I tell you, the river makes you go faster, but it's pretty obvious, and I mentioned it, 50cc. Okay, so luckily, I guess we finally nailed a red shell with the green. 10 to 1, that item block will be there when we come back, and then I won't be able to take the jump cut. Maple Treeway, which is next, one of my favorite tracks. It can sometimes be problematic on a bike. It kind of depends on the items that are used and the frequency thereof, but I mean, there's been some nightmare situations there. So. Like I said, the thing going... Oh, got hit by that. Anyway, that's what happens when you get hit by one of those. Got to demo that one, I guess, spice things up a bit. I think I hear Bowser, so maybe he'll do good for a change. Since it's the final lap, there's that block. Oh, it is Bowser. So there's like, what, 4 in a row now? But, yeah. So like I said, that rang true, that that little mystery block would still be there. I think we've heard all of Waluigi's lines now. It's so good. Grumble Volcano in 50cc was like a total cakewalk. It's another one, it's not as bad for me as Wario's Gold Mine seems to be, but it's one where a lot of times I just continually get hit and then wind up in the lava. If we get lucky, maybe it'll go smoothly too. Looks like Bowser is still in second place. I win. Alright, so 4 seconds on Bowser, who thankfully beat out Baby Peach for us. Let's see, where does that put everybody? Yeah, so Bowser, Baby Peach, Diddy Kong. We'll kind of see how they stack up here in the third race, but I feel there's kind of weird. There's really not been that many items thus far, in my opinion. But I mean, granted, there's that one little stretch here, but in general, it's not been something crazy every lap, Alright, so here's our third race, Maple Treeway, which again, said it last time, I mean, there's really only so much you can say, but really liked this one, the music. Was a big fan of Gold Leaf Galaxy, from the SMG line. There's Bowser again. It's been a long time. I mean, I know I just started recording this, but in general, it's been forever since he's finished up at the top. He's almost always like down, you know, not even mid-range, just like the bottom dweller, it seems. Kind of cool to see him doing well. You kind of have to be careful on the bike if you're, you know, not used to it. It's real easy to like slide off since the handling's a little different than the carts. That's why I'm not going to go for that one. It's one of those deals, you know, if we were behind, I'd probably have done it. But if you're in first, I just kind of play it safe. Like, that's another dumb thing to do if you don't have to. But, you know. The other thing, you know, the little tricks in the air there, I do that all the time. Out in first place at like in 150cc, and I somehow don't land on the net again. Needless to say, you know, I kind of still haven't really learned my lesson in all honesty, because I still do it, but it's one of those things that seems to be disproportionately bad things that happen, you know, when I mess around like that. So. But, you know, as I use Waluigi here, you kind of get a good feel for him. I mean, I'd really like to see his own game at some point. Like I said, you know, or I was saying, I think with Mushroom Cup was, there's like a ton of options you can do. I mean, pretty much anything, you know, off the wall, nutty, you know. I don't really think you'd have to do a bunch of mini games, you know, make him like Wario. You can just, you know, kind of take a different approach. Good lord. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, we're literally feet from the net where we'd be safe. And, I mean, you saw what happened to us. So, is that Koopa Trooper that did that? Yep. So now, who is in this Diddy Kong first place? We got Dad back here fighting for him. Gotta try not to run into the back of him. Okay, so there's Diddy Kong. There's a ton of mushrooms. Good lord. I don't know how we didn't go off right there. Still kind of amazed we did not go off. Generally, you get on the downside of the trunk, and I mean, it's ball game over. Also don't know how we dodged all those banana peels. Anyway, maybe it's just since I like Maple Treeway or something. So that's where we went off last time after the POW block. This time things seem to go pretty well for us. Oh, we even crossed the line before the red shell came. So, barely edged out Diddy Kong. Baby Peach is up there, sadly. But yeah, there we go. That went pretty well, I guess. Would have been real interesting if we'd have gone off the tree when we were like running along, you know, at a complete angle. I mean, that's a deal. Real rare that you see that. That's kind of the cool thing about recording Mario Kart. You never know when something neat's gonna happen. That, I mean, then you can't ever replicate, you know, or if you can, it's just a complete pain to you. So now Grumble Volcano. Let's see. Like I said, I mean, it honestly seems like 50cc run through with Koopa Trooper, we're seeing like 3 times the items. Which is generally the opposite. You know, you don't see as many in 50, and then you get to 150, and you're like, geez, you know, how are you even supposed to race? Anyway, as you can see, that's the small versus large where Diddy Kong bumped into us. Didn't get the item in time to block it. Oh, I think that was Diddy Kong we got too. I got Wario in front of us. Maybe he'll give us a little boost. This is a really cool track that, you know, a bunch of different paths you can take and everything, but I don't know, I just, out of the 4, oh, I thought that was a blue ship. Okay, anyway, that's why I went so far to the side. I thought I was dodging it. But, Bowser, it's nice to see him doing well. And hopefully hitting our banana peel. Can't really see. Okay, back into this. Who's ahead of us? Can't really, now's not the time to look. Okay, it's Diddy Kong. So somebody needs to send something his direction. He just sent that our direction. So he can't be too far ahead of us. Baby punch. Win or lose, knocking her off the track pretty much made my night. So, let's see. All we have to do now is somehow catch the monkey and see what we can do. Just clear the screen. They're not too far ahead of us. Oh, it was great. It's like he threw the banana peel approximately 3 inches and we hit it. Now that would have 3 banana peels. I feel like we could have paid it. As it is now, we kind of have to do it the hard way. I think I'll get to pass him here. Which he's probably going to get an awesome item. I'm sure he's got a red shell. Okay, the headset's wanting to come off. At this point in time, I'm not going to reach for it. So, if you were wearing a headset right now, you might want to pull it away from your ears, because if it falls, it makes that really, really loud noise. And, you know, just don't say I didn't warn you. I'm also holding my head really weird to do what I can to keep it from happening. Okay, so that basically cost me first place playing with my head at 60 degrees, but, you know, we still beat Baby Peach, so I assume it was all worthwhile. That said, we probably won't get a star ranking here. And again, if you're not recording, you don't have a headset on, you don't hold your head at a weird angle, and you don't wind up in a roadside ditch or in second place in the last race. That said, you know, we did a little better than with the last 2 cups at least, so. 57 versus 55, a significant margin. Let's see what we did here. Oh, amazingly we got a star. So at least we won't have to redo that one. Kind of ironic you get a star in the tougher cup and not in the easier two, but whatever. Like I said, I would have had first place in that one. It just, I was doing everything I could to not have the headset crash off of me. When it was coming off in Toad's factory, I went for it and we went off the track, and that's probably why we didn't get a star rank there. I nearly went off the track here, but somehow didn't. So anyway, can't really complain about the way that one went, so we won't, and we'll bring it to an end. Of course, now, you know, beating the Star Cup on any CC class unlocks the Special Cup in that CC class, which is, of course, the final 4 new tracks for Mario Kart Wii. Works the same way with a Retro Cup, you know, but I'm going to go ahead and end this, and guess I'll just keep recording and see how we do in the Special Cup. Fun thing there will be Rainbow Road and the motorcycles, so it's a little less forgiving than when you have a cart. But anyway, questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube, or for a quicker response, the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. And as always, thanks for watching.